every day. If you're a player, coach would like an interview, DM me for a collaboration. And if you're loving the content, smash that like button and subscribe. Okay, the first coming at number one is UConn with a record of 17-0, and the last game they played was against Creighton, and they won 95-54. And UConn conference record is 8-0, and the next game they play is Villanova. And UConn is led by Sarah Strong, a forward, who's averaging 26 minutes played in a game and is averaging 18.4 points per game, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. And she's led by Azzy Fudd, who's playing 27 points per game, and she's averaging 17.6 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. And coming at number two is South Carolina with a record of 17-1, and they went up one spot. In the last game, they defeated Georgia 65-43. The Gamecocks have a conference record of 4-0, and their next game and the next game is on Thursday. And the Gamecocks are led by George Edwards, who's playing 30 minutes per game and averaging 20.7 rebounds, 6.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And her counterpart is Tanya Lawson, who's playing 28 minutes per game, is averaging 16.3 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 3.9 assists. Coming at number three is UCLA with a record of 15-1, and they went up one spot. They defeated Nebraska 83-61, and they have a conference record of 5-0. And they played Minnesota next. And UCLA is led by Lauren Betts, who's playing 28 minutes per game and is averaging 16.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And she's led by and they have another player, dynamic player for UCLA, is Kiki Rice, who's averaging 29 minutes played per game and averaging 15.1 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. Coming at number four is Texas with a record of 18-1, and they went down two spots as they lost to my LSU Tigers 70-65. And they have a conference record of 3-1. In the next game, they play South Carolina. That's going to be a big matchup. And they are led by Madison Booker, who's playing 32 minutes per game, 19.2 rebounds, 19.2 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Jordan Lee, who's averaging 33.5 minutes played and averaging 14.8 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. Coming at number five is Vanderbilt with a record of 17-0, and they went up two spots as they defeated Texas A&M 91-51, and they have a conference record of 4-0. And the next game they play is Mississippi State, and they're led by Michaela Blakes, who's playing 32 minutes and is averaging 24.9 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. And Justine Passat, who's playing 26 minutes and averaging 11.6 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. Coming at number six is my LSU Tigers with a record of 16-2, and they went up an amazing 6 spots as they defeated Texas 70-65, and they have a conference record of 2-2, and they're led by Fly J. Johnson, who played 24 minutes and is averaging 14.4 points per game, 4-point rebounds, and 2.6 assists. And Malaysia Fulwali, who's playing 21 minutes and averaging 14.2 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. Coming at number seven is Kentucky with a record of 16-2, and they went down one spot. And the last game they played was against Oklahoma, and they won 63-57. They have a conference record of 3-1, and the next game is against Florida. And Kentucky is led by Clara Strack, who's playing 29 minutes per contest and is averaging 16.2 points per game, 10.1 rebounds. She's averaging a double double and 2 assists. And Tony Morgan, who plays 33 minutes and is averaging 14.4 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. Coming at number 8 is Michigan with a record of 14-2, and went up one spot. In the last game, they beat Wisconsin 86-60, and a conference record of 5-1, and they're led by Olivia Olsen, who's playing 28 minutes per contest and averaging 17.9 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. And Silas Swartz, who's playing 30 minutes per contest and is averaging 13.9 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. Coming at number 9 is Louisville with a record of 16-3, and they went up one spot. And they defeated Pittsburgh 86-46. What a blowout. And has a conference record of 6-0, and the next game is against Notre Dame, and they're led by Tawana Roberts, who plays 27 minutes, 12.3 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. And Laurie Ziegler, who plays 25 minutes and is averaging 11.2 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coming in number 10 is TCU with a record of 16-1, and they went up 3 spots. They did defeat Arizona State 77-46, and has a conference record of 4-1. And their next game they play is against West Virginia. And they're led by Olivia Miles, who plays 34 minutes per contest and is averaging 19.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 7.6 assists. And Marta Suarez, who plays 30 minutes, is averaging 17.3 points per game, 10.2 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. Coming at number 11 is Iowa with a record of 14-2, and they went up 8 spots. They have a good week. They defeated Indiana 56-53, and they have a conference record of 5-1, 5-0, and the next game is against Oregon, and they're led by Avia Hayden, who's playing 23 minutes per contest and averaging 16 points per game, 7.7 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. And Henry Stuckel, who's playing 27 minutes and averaging 13.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.4 assists. Coming at number 12 is Maryland with a record of 16-2, and they went down 4 spots, and they lost to Iowa State 76-89. They have a conference record of 4-2, and the next game is against USC, and they're led by Olichi Okunawa, who's playing 25 minutes per game, 17.4 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. And Yarder Garzon, who's playing 30 minutes per contest and is averaging 13.4 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. Coming at number 13 is Oklahoma with a record of 14-3, and they went down 8 spots because they lost to Kentucky 57-63. They have a conference record of 2-2, and their next game is against LSU, and they're led by Alea Chavez, who's playing 31 minutes per contest and is averaging 19.2 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. And Regan Beers, who's playing 24 minutes per contest and averaging 17.1 points per game, 11.2 rebounds, She's averaging a double-double and 2.2 assists. Coming at number 14 is Ohio State with a record of 15-2, and they went up 5 spots as they defeated Maryland 89-76 and have a conference record of 5-1. Their next game they played against Penn State, and Ohio State is led by Julani Cambridge, who's played 29 minutes per contest and averaging 21.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. And Chance Gray, who's playing 27 minutes per contest, is averaging 12.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. Coming at number 15 is Michigan State with a record of 16-1, and they defeated Oregon 85-81 and have a conference record of 5-1. And they play Nebraska next, and they're led by Grace Manslucin, who's playing 25 minutes per contest, is averaging 14.6 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. And Kennedy Blair, who's playing 27 minutes per contest, is averaging 13.4 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. Coming at number 16 is Ole Miss with a record of 16-3, and they went up 2 spots. They defeated Mississippi State 93-68, and they have a conference record of 3-1. And their next game is against Georgia. And Ole Miss is led by Cody McMahon, who's averaging 28 minutes per contest, is averaging 19.2 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists. And Christian Owali, who's averaging 27 minutes per contest, 14.3 points per game, 8.3 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. Coming at number 17 is Texas Tech with a record of 18-0, and they defeated Houston. And their next game is against Kansas State, and they're led by Bailey Mopin, who's playing 30 minutes per contest, is averaging 15.4 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. And Snuddy Collins, who's averaging 22 minutes per contest, 14.3 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game. Coming at number 18 is Baylor with a record of 15-3, and they went down 2 spots as they got defeated by Kansas 79-64 and have a conference record of 4-1, and they play Utah next. And they're led by Talia Scott, who's played 30 minutes per contest, is averaging 20.6 points per game, 3.0 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. And Darren Litmore, who's playing 29 minutes per contest, is averaging a double-double, 10.4 points per game, 10.8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coming at number 19 is Iowa State with a record of 14-3, and they went down 8 spots. They lost to West Virginia 70-63 and has a conference record of 2-3. And their next game is against Colorado. And Iowa State is led by Audia Crooks, who's playing 28 minutes per contest, and she's averaging 28.3 points per game, 7.1 rebounds, 1.6 assists. And Addie Brown, who's playing 29 minutes, is averaging 13.1 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. Coming at number 20 is Tennessee with a record of 12-3, and they defeated Arkansas 85-50 and have a conference record of 4-0. And their next game is against Alabama in SEC play, and they're led by Talisha Cooper, who's playing 24 minutes, averaging 14.9 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and Janai Barker, who's averaging 23 minutes per contest, is averaging 14.5 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. Coming at number 21 is Alabama with a record of 16-1, and they defeated Missouri 74-63 and have a conference record of 3-1. And their next game is against Auburn. And they're led by Jessica Timmings, who played 30 minutes per contest, and she's averaging 15.4 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. And Essence Cody, who's playing 24 minutes and averaging 13.9 points per game, 5.1 rebounds per game. Coming at number 22 is Princeton with a record of 14-1 and they went up 2 spots. In their last game, they beat Yale 76-50 and has a conference record of 2-0. And their next game is against Dartmouth. And they're led by Madison St. Rose, who plays 33 minutes, averaging 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and Fatima Hall, who's playing 29 minutes, averaging 13.8 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. Coming at number 23 is Notre Dame with a record of 12-4, and they defeated North Carolina 73-50 and have a conference record of 4-2. The next game they play is Louisville, and they're led by Hannah Hidalgo, who's playing 34 minutes per contest and averaging 25.1 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Cassandra Popper, who's playing 33 minutes per contest, averaging 17.1 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coming up number 24 is Nebraska with a record of 14-3, and they went up 1 spot. They lost to UCLA 83-61, and they have a 3-3 conference record. And their next matchup is against Michigan State, and they're led by Britt Prince, who's playing 31 minutes per contest, averaging 18.3 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. And Jessica Petrie, who played 23 minutes and averaging 12.2 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. And the last team to round out the AP Top 25 is Illinois with a record of 14-3, and they defeated Penn State 92-76. And their conference record is 4-2, and their next game is at Michigan, and they're led by Barry Wallace, who playing 33 minutes and averaging 18.7 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. And Gretchen Porgian, who's averaging 30 minutes per game, is averaging 13.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. For all your amateur news and your college and your women college basketball content, subscribe to Phone the Poke One on YouTube. Thank you for your support.